So very good evening to all. Now I'm going to share the screen. Is screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Our section is 10th A now.
Yes.
Okay. So in our last, somebody is in waiting room. Wait. So in last lecture, what we had discussed about? About I think we had discussed about double displacement reaction was done, na?
Yes, sir.
And today we had to discuss about the redox reaction, in which we had discussed about oxidation and reduction. These are the point.
Yes.
So today we are going to discuss about the redox reaction, okay, and which is very important. So I'm just going to shift this part little sider so that we will get the place for discussion. Okay. Okay. So here we are going to start our session today. Yeah. So in last video or last lecture, we had discussed about displacement and double displacement reaction. If you do have any kind of doubt, you can ask me, we'll solve and then we'll move further. Anybody, any doubt in displacement and double displacement reaction, even on dissociation reaction?
No, sir, we understood.
Okay, okay. Wait, huh?
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, beta. Very, very good evening. So let's start the session now. So we will discuss today about the redox reaction. So let me little zoom in. So they will. Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, clearly.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we have to understand, one example. Then we will discuss about the redox reaction. Okay. So when we had started this chapter, we had discussed about one chemical reaction. Might be you have aware about it. So let's recall that reaction. So what we had taken in our reactant, we had taken copper sulfate, CuSO4. Do you remember the reaction? Its color is green. Then we had added iron nail in it, and the color of the solution is changes from blue to, it was blue in color, and it was changes to green in color, which shows that the formation of FeSO4 and copper is gets separated out from there. Okay, and the solution color was green. Okay, so do you remember this reaction that we discussed in last
Yes.
lecture? Is it? Okay, so what is happening here? We have to understand. See, here we have ferrous, and ferrous do not have any charge on it. Okay, means on reactant side, ferrous have zero charge. Ferrous have zero charge. Okay, because it is not going to lose and gain electron. Okay, that means the charge on ferrous on a reactant side is 0. So here I'm going to write one more reaction. Fe on reactant side have 0 charge. Okay, so now we'll check ferrous on product side. So we know SO4 ion means sulfate ion have 2 negative charge on it. SO4 ion have -2 charge. You know how this ion have -2 charge? You know? See, what happens here? We know oxygen have 8 electron in its atomic form. Out of 8 electrons, 2 electrons are present in first shell, whereas 6 electrons are present in second shell. If we will write the electronic configuration then, okay. So oxygen required 2 electron to acquire stability. Means oxygen will going to gain 2 electron to form 2 minus ion. Okay, so here we have one oxygen atom on which -2 charge, but in SO4 we have 4 oxygen atom, so we have to multiply by 4. So see, one oxygen atom have -2 charge, so 4 oxygen atom will have -8 charge, -8 charge. On sulfur, sulfur have positive 6 charge. You know how? Sulfur having total 16 electron in its atomic form, out of which 2 electron will come on first, then 8 electron will come on second shell, and last 6 electron will come on the last shell. Okay, so these 6 electron, okay, will sulfur lose to form 6 positive ion. See, here we have 6 positive ion on charge on sulfur and -8 charge on 4 oxygen atom. If we will compare both the charges, we have 2 negative extra charge. Okay, this 2 negative charge is shown over here. Okay, so this 2 charge is nothing but the difference between charge between oxygen and sulfur. Understood? So that's why we are saying that SO4 means sulfate ion have 2 minus charge on it. Okay, but in FeSO4 there is no charge is shown over here. Means sulfate, this ferrous sulfate is neutral compound. It is neutral compound. So to discharge this -2 charge, ferrous must have +2 charge, then +2 charge and -2 charge will get cancel each other. Okay, that means ferrous have to have positive 2 charge on it. Okay, so on product side, ferrous have positive 2 charge. So I am going to write here, ferrous have on product side positive 2 charge, and it is formed by loss of 2 electron. Okay, so this is
Sir,
yes, any doubt?
sir, can you take ahylene? Sir,
Okay,
can you take ahylene?
okay, yes, I already taken. See, this is the way how ferrous is converted from Fe to Fe2 plus ion. See, Fe there is no charge, but in Fe2 plus it having plus positive 2 charge, and it is formed by the loss of 2 electron here. Is it? So see, loss of electron taking place here, that means it is oxidation reaction. It is oxidation reaction. I'm going to write here oxidation. Okay, now we will check about the copper. So this is the first reaction taking place here. Okay, now if we will check for the copper, see here again SO4 have -2 charge, so neutralize -2 charge, copper must have positive 2 charge, so positive 2 -2 total charge will be 0. That's why there is no charges shown here. Okay, means on reactant side copper have positive 2 charge, so I'm going to write over here copper have positive 2 charge on reactant side, but in product side it is get separated out. That means on product side it do not have any charge. So on product side I'm going to write like copper as it is. Okay, so see here copper have on reactant side positive 2 charge, so it will have to get 2 electron, then will become copper in a metallic form. Okay, so see here copper gains 2 electron to form copper. That's why electron of gain takes place, so it is reduction reaction. It is reduction reaction. So in given reaction, in first reaction oxidation takes place, and in second reaction reduction takes place. Therefore the reaction I am showing over here is oxidation and reduction. Both reactions are takes place simultaneously. That's why it is the redox reaction. So we can define the redox reaction. The reaction, so here in case of copper, reduction reaction takes place. reduction reaction takes place, whereas in case of ferrous, oxidation reaction takes place. Oxidation reaction takes place. Hence, in this reaction, oxidation as well as reduction, both reaction takes place simultaneously. Hence, it is the redox reaction. Hence, it is called as redox reaction. So, I'm going to write over here the definition for the redox reaction. So, definition for a redox reaction. Just you have to remember whatever we have, separated in from given reaction, that we have to write in word form only. That's all. So I'm going to write definition. So the definition will be the reaction in which, those reaction in which oxidation and reduction reaction takes place simultaneously. Are called as redox reaction. Therefore, we can write redox reaction equals to. So we can write redox. So I'm going to give the sign of therefore here. So redox reaction equals to oxidation plus reduction reaction, or we can say oxidation reaction plus reduction reaction. Okay, so this is nothing but the redox reaction. Understood, everybody?
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I'm new student here, sir. My name is Himanshu. Sir, can you please tell me that, sir, what all the syllabus has done, sir, so that I will mug up?
You don't need to have, you don't need to mug up, because all the lectures we have uploaded on YouTube channel. You can go through your Google Classroom. There you will find all the lecture have already been completed. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay. So just go through your Google Classroom. Manoj sir will going to guide you about how to access that Google Classroom, and from there you can attend all the lectures that we have completed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What's your name, beta?
Sir, Himanshu.
Himanshu. Okay. From Hyderabad only?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you want to take a screenshot for this, you can take a screenshot. Now, done?
Yes, sir.
So in a redox reaction, any doubt you have? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So now we will, understand with the help of one more example. Okay. See, the same reaction, whatever we have written over there, is nothing but here is the conclusion part. Conclusion. Okay. See here, we had taken copper sulfate solution and dissolve it into the water to form copper sulfate aqueous solution. Okay, and which appears blue in color. Then we had added ferrous, means iron nails in it, and after some time when reaction takes place, apparently the blue color changes into green. Okay, the green color shows the formation of FeSO4, which is a ferrous sulfate. It is a ferrous sulfate where copper is get separated out. Okay, what happens here generally? Copper, if we'll compare the reactivity of ferrous and copper, so ferrous is more reactive than copper. That's why ferrous get replaced. Ferrous is replacing copper from its salt. Okay, it is again the part of displacement reaction that we have already understood. Okay, so it is again the same reaction we are going to use here. So here we have separated both oxidation and reduction reaction. So ferrous is losing two electron to form 2 plus ion. A loss of electron is taking place, that's why it is called as oxidation reaction. Okay, oxidation reaction. And ferrous helps copper, or we can say ferrous causes reduction to the copper, that's why it is called as a reducing agent. We will understand this concept. First we have to understand the reaction. Okay, now second reaction, here copper have two positive charge on reactant side. It gains 2 electron to form copper metal, or copper metal is get deposited. Okay, so reacts in this reaction, electron is gain of electron take place, that's why it is reduction reaction. And those species, they are getting reduced or they undergoes reduction reaction, they help or the causes oxidation to other species, that's why they are called as oxidizing agent. They are called as oxidizing agent. We will understand this oxidizing and reducing agent separately. Okay, now second reaction, this is the first reaction that we have discussed. Now second reaction, so in oxidation and reduction we have discussed about oxidation means loss of electron or loss of hydrogen or gain of oxygen, whereas reduction means gain of electron or gain of hydrogen or loss of oxygen atom takes place. So here we will understand oxidation and reduction by the loss and gain of oxygen. So see here, ZnO, zinc is combined with oxygen on reactant side. Okay, but in product side, zinc is we are finding alone. That means zinc loses oxygen. Zinc loses oxygen. That means loss of oxygen takes place. Hence, it is the reduction reaction. So I'm going to write RED over here. Sorry. So oxygen is lost by zinc. That's why it undergoes reduction reaction. But in case of in case of carbon atom, so carbon on reactant side is in individual form, but in product side it is along with oxygen atom. Means carbon combines with oxygen to form carbon monoxide. See, combination of oxygen takes place. That means it is oxidation reaction. So in this reaction, oxidation as well as reduction, both of the reaction takes place. Hence, it is also the redox reaction. It is also the redox reaction. Understood? Where ZnO reduced to form zinc, okay, and carbon oxidized to form carbon monoxide. So here reduction and oxidation reaction takes place. Hence, the given reaction, which one, ZnO plus carbon equals to zinc plus carbon monoxide, is the redox reaction. See here, ZnO is get reduced, hence it causes oxidation to other species, that's why it is called as oxidizing agent. Whereas carbon get oxidized and causes reduction of zinc, that's why it is called as reducing agent. Okay, so this is all about the redox reaction. Now understood everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we had to discuss about oxidizing and reducing agent. Okay, so I'm going to just scrolling side this screen so that we will get the place for the understanding about oxidizing and reducing agent. Okay, we'll discuss here about oxidation and reduction reaction, oxidizing and reducing agent. Okay, so we had to take one daily life example by which you will understand all about the oxidizing and reducing agent. Okay, so how many students do we have now? 13. So I am taking here Ashish and Himanshu. Okay, Ashish and Himanshu. See, there once upon a time there are two friends called Ashish and Himanshu. Okay, they are two friends. Okay, someday Ashish required some amount of money, okay, in order to buy some books for his study. So he was lacking some amount of money, so he borrowed 100 rupees from Himanshu. See, 100 rupees from Himanshu. Okay, understood that much part?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see,
Yes, sir.
if these rupees are nothing but electron, these rupees are nothing but electron, and Himanshu and Ashish are nothing but chemical species. So I'm going to write here chemical species. Chemical species. Okay, so here we can understand that Himanshu is losing electron or losing money, 100 rupees. Is it? Means
Yes, sir.
means Himanshu is getting oxidized. We can say here, because see, Himanshu is nothing but the chemical species. So chemical species loses electron are called as the such reactions in which oxidation are lost by oxygen, sorry, electrons are lost are called as oxidation. So here we can say Himanshu is losing electron, or we can say money, means Himanshu is getting oxidized. So here I am writing oxidation. Oxidation of
Reduction.
no, loss of electron is oxidation. Gain of electron means reduction.
Okay, okay.
So Himanshu is losing 100 rupees, means losing electron. That means oxidation of Himanshu takes place. Himanshu takes place. Same time, Ashish, if we discuss about the Ashish is gaining money, means gaining electron. So we can say if if gain of electron takes place, means it is reduction reaction. So I'm going to write here reduction of Ashish takes place. Understood that much part? Who is getting oxidized and who is getting reduced? Okay. Now,
Yes.
now what happens here? See, Himanshu has given 100 rupees to Ashish. That's why Ashish is getting reduced. Is it? Is it or not?
Yes.
Means we can say Himanshu causes reduction of Ashish. We can say that. Can we?
Yes, sir.
Means Himanshu causing reduction of Ashish. That means Himanshu act as a reducing agent. Okay, so we can write here Himanshu causes reduction of Ashish. Hence, it act as a reducing agent. reducing agent. Again, in case of Ashish, if see Ashish is getting reduced, but causes due to Ashish, Himanshu is getting oxidized. Is it or not? That means Ashish causes oxidation of Himanshu. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
That means we can say Ashish is acting as a oxidizing agent. So I'm going to write here Ashish causes oxidation of Himanshu. Hence, it acts as oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm going to define oxidizing and reducing agent on that basis. So I'm going to write definition of oxidizing agent first.
Excuse me, sir.
Uh,
Sir, what do we mean by oxidation?
Oxidation means either loss of electron. See, let me discuss little about oxidation and reduction. See, oxidation reaction and reduction reaction that we had discussed in our last lecture. You was not there, na? That's why. See, oxidation reaction means those reaction in which species loses electron. See, we had discussed about ferrous when it loses 2 electron to form Fe2 plus ion. Okay, so here loss of electron takes place. Loss of electron takes place means it is oxidation reaction. Okay, this is the first condition for oxidation. Second condition, if any species combines with oxygen. See what was there, if we will burn carbon in presence of oxygen will form carbon dioxide gas. Is it? So here again gain of oxygen takes place, or combining with oxygen we can say. Second condition is when chemical species combining with oxygen. Okay, it is again called as oxidation reaction. Okay, third condition we have, if chemical species separates with oxygen hydrogen atom, or we can say loses hydrogen atom. If chemical species loses hydrogen, okay, are called as oxidation reaction. So there are three conditions by which we can identify oxidation. Loss of electron takes place, combining with oxygen takes place, or loss of hydrogen takes place. These all three conditions, if any one of them takes place during the chemical reaction, that means it is oxidation reaction. Reduction is just opposite of the oxidation reaction. Here loss of electron takes place, so in reduction, in first condition there will be gain of electron takes place. Gain of electron takes place. In second condition, here we had discussed about second condition, combining with oxygen. So here loss of oxygen takes place. Loss of oxygen takes place. Okay. Third condition, gain of hydrogen takes place. Gain of hydrogen takes place. Okay, so any of one from these three conditions takes place, then there will be reduction reaction. Now understood, Anshuman? Himanshu.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, any doubt till here? Now back to this part. Okay, so we were writing the definition for oxidizing agent. See, we have only 8 minutes left, so we have to complete this part in 8 minutes. So I'm writing very a little faster than previous. So I'm going to change the oxidizing agent. So those chemical species, those wait a second. Those chemical species, see, oxidizing agent, who was oxidizing agent? One who is getting reduced, one who is getting reduced. So those chemical species get reduced how? By gain of electron, gain of electron. And see, E minus means electron, huh? It is a symbol of electron, E minus. So those chemical species get reduced by gain of electron and causes oxidation of other species, other chemical species. Are called as oxidizing agent.
Sir, once can you write an example of the chemical elements, sir, of oxidizing agent?
Oxidizing agent, okay, are called as oxidizing agent. Okay, first we had to write definition, then we will understand with the help of example also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so just you have to remember what are oxidizing agent. Those species, they get reduced by by gain of electron and causes oxidation to other species are called as oxidizing agent. Now we are going to write the definition of reducing agent. Reducing agent. Okay, so definition for reducing agent. Reducing agent, those chemical species get oxidized and oxidized by loss of electron and causes reduction to other species, other chemical species. Chemical species are called as reducing agent. Reducing agent. Okay, first we have to take a screenshot, then we will move further. Have you taken the screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about one example. We have only 4 minutes left. So I'm going to erase it one because we need the place to understand the example. Okay, so example. See, here we had taken copper sulfate, CuSO4. When copper sulfate is getting reacts with ferrous, what will form? Ferrous sulfate, FeSO4, and copper is get separated. Okay, so here what happening here? See, copper on reactant side have 2+ charge. Okay, so copper is losing electron. Sorry, here the charge is 2+ and here charge is 0. That means copper, when moving from reactant to product side, it gains electron. Okay, see, if copper have 2+ charge and on product side have only means no charge, So what copper 2 plus ion is doing? It is gaining 2 electron. Okay, so that's why 2 positive charge and 2 electron will get neutralized and copper metal will deposit. Okay, that means here gain of electron takes place. Gain of electron. How many electron? 2 electron takes place. That's why it is reduction. Reaction takes place. Okay. Now we will compare of the ferrous from reactant and product side. On product reactant side, there is no charge on ferrous, means there is 0 charge, but on product side we had 2 plus charge. So what happening here? Ferrous is losing 2 electron and to form Fe2 plus ion. Fe2 plus ion. See, the electron lost by ferrous was gained by copper here. Is it? Okay. So see here, ferrous is losing electron. That means it's we have to write here loss of electron. Loss of electron takes place. Hence, it is oxidation reaction. So due to ferrous, copper is getting reduced. That's why ferrous is acting as a reducing agent. Reducing agent. Whereas due to copper, ferrous is getting oxidized. That means copper is acting as a oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. So this is the basic difference between oxidizing and reducing agent. Understood, Himanshu?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I want you all to take a screenshot because this is the really very important part that we have discussed. Okay. Is visible to everybody? Now take a screenshot now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any doubt on oxidizing and reducing agent?
No, sir.
Okay. See, if I will give you 100 rupees, that means I will get reduced and you will get, sorry, if I will give you 100 rupees, then I will get oxidized and you will get reduced. Okay. But due to you, I am getting oxidized now. That means you are acting as an oxidizing agent, and because of you, okay, and you are getting reduced due to me, that's why I am acting as a reducing agent. Okay. So those species, they get oxidized and causes reduction of other species are called as reducing